going back to people being upset with Justin Trudeau from the start, let's pull up Efron's tweet here about this confrontation that he's sharing with Trudeau and someone who confronted him in Toronto. Frankly, I do want to say this is the closest thing that Trudeau's ever done to answering tough questions from journalists, I think. But let's check this out.
Criminal! Thank you for everything you did. Look at this friggin' buck tea, bro. Look at this buck tea.
Hi. Pleasure to see you as well. Hey there, how you doing?
I'm not shaking your hand, bro. You're a fucking piece of shit, man.
Why is that, sir?
You f***ed up the entire country. You got our buddy over there.
Yeah, but how did I mess up this country?
Can anybody afford a home in this day? They're charging people carbon tax. You got 9 V8s here idling for 30 minutes. Your carbon footprint is increasing. We're getting charged for what?
You know what we're doing?
It's not stopping. No,
we're putting a price on pollution,
right?
And we're returning it to families like
yours. I don't think so. You're
we
sending it over to Ukraine, right?
No.
Yeah. You send it over to the guy that you were that slaughtered his own country.
You've been listening to Putin, have you?
Putin? No. But definitely don't listen to your propaganda, eh? You got propaganda, bro. Fucking piece of shit, man.
Now, Trudeau has the language coming. I think the point might have been better made without the language, because he hit some points on the head big time. So the one there that killed me was you've got 9 SUVs idling here and we're paying a carbon tax. There's the glaring hypocrisy there. But then there's the fact that he says, you're charging us a carbon tax while you're sending like $9 billion to Ukraine. That is just a categorical, factual, plain statement. Now, is there a direct correlation? Maybe not. But that is a statement of fact. We are paying a ton of money, and all this money is going to Ukraine. Trudeau's response there, you've been listening to Putin. Everything is always, to your point from earlier, Russian disinformation. That's it. It's Russian disinformation. Everything's Russian disinformation. The carbon tax is making gas unaffordable. Russian disinformation. We shouldn't be pushing stuff in schools that's inappropriate for kids. Russian disinformation. This is just the response. It was India for a couple of weeks. We're back to Russia now. Interesting, it's never China. But what did you make of this video? What was your reaction?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I mean, this is utterly shameful behavior. And, time and time again, we've been seeing people from across Canada, different accents and all, as it were, coming after Justin Trudeau. And he's doing such a bad job. Everyone can see it now. And what is the last thing he does as he runs and hides his tail between his legs is he says, oh, you've been, watching too much Russian propaganda. Basically, it's the same Russian propaganda line. But this is the same guy, Justin Trudeau. They're the ones who, they're actively censoring so much of the information that we have out there. And yet it's still disinformation, as it were. That's the problem. I'm truly blown away, but oopsie, I hit my microphone there. I'm blown away, but it's also, part and parcel with his attitude through all of this. And you look at the pretend, shock on his face or the sad look or whatever because he doesn't get a handshake. Yeah, it's absolutely pathetic behavior. And to think he's surprised that there are people coming up to him with these issues that are actually debating him at a level with which he's having issues contesting. This is just an average guy. Imagine if you forced Justin Trudeau to sit down in a room with, 10, scholars, as it were, or whatever, just raking him over the coals, right? Yeah, or journalists, everybody. Force this guy to sit down in a room with anybody who can ask him hard questions over and over again. He's going to look like an embarrassment 10 out of 10 times.
How much fun is that? I can hardly wait. If you like cruising already, well, this is truly something unique. And if you've never been on a cruise ship before, this is the perfect way to start. With a group of like-minded rebels from coast to coast. You can find out all the details, including the different cabin prices, at rebelnewscruise.com. I know you're going to look back on it as the vacation of a lifetime. We've reserved a limited number of Rebel News cabins, so book yours today at rebelnewscruise.com. We'll see you there.